each and every one of us, from whatever perspective, understands exactly what we are talking about here. Because when we're talking about social protection, we're talking about a broad framework that caters for the extreme poor, and those not really poor or not extreme poor, but are vulnerable to poverty, in terms of helping with equity, helping with opportunities, and making sure that they are resilient to whatever shocks they face on a daily basis. And we all know that there are increasing economic downturns, there are quite a lot of risk and uncertainties, and the group that feels this most are the poor and those who are very close to the poverty line, which we also always say that they are vulnerable. And so social protection is a framework that helps them to find jobs, that helps to improve their productivity, that helps them generally to cope with the shocks, and of course, help them to invest in their welfare going forward in terms of health, in terms of education, and in terms of the totality of their well-being, including the well-being of members of their family, to prevent intergenerational poverty. And to some extent, it's beginning to be clear to everybody that social protection is also transformative. It is not only just protecting people, it also helps to promote them out of poverty, and therefore also has a big role to play when we talk about economic inclusion and social stability and inclusive growth. So social protection is very central to growth, particularly in countries or in situations where there is ample amount of poverty, ample amount of inequality. So in a sense, when you're talking of a kind of program or policies that buffers individuals from shocks and equip them to be able to improve their livelihood and create opportunities to build a better life for themselves and for their children, then you are talking about social protection.